Well, welcome to the Hope Community Church vlog. My name's Matt, for those of you who don't know me, and I am joined by another very special guest today. So Becky, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
This is Becky. Becky's a good friend of Lou and mine. We've known her for a number of years. And do you want to introduce yourself a little bit, Becky? Tell us a bit about yourself and your family.
So as Matt said, my name's Becky. I'm a member of Knighton Free Church, and I'm married to Dave. We have a little boy who's 2 called Thomas. We came to Hope Community Church a year or so ago, maybe more. So some of you might remember me sharing about the ministry that I run called Saffires, that works with women in prostitution. And so I do that some of my time, but not enough of the time that I would like to give.
Great. And I thought it'd be really helpful for folk to have a bit of an update on Saffires and particularly how the ministry is going in the current situation. It's a different ball game for everyone at the moment. It's a different world out there for people, and I'm sure that's affecting your ministry. So how's life changing at the moment? How's life different for the women that you're working with, Becky?
So we usually work with women who work in indoor prostitution, so massage parlours and saunas, and commercial places which have obviously now shut down because of all of the social distancing restrictions. So most of the women that we know are probably, well, they're not working in the same way that we've known them to work. We've obviously had to stop all of our face-to-face outreach, but we're continuing to support women via phone calls and text messages. But obviously, because it all happened quite suddenly, we don't have numbers for all of the women that we have met before. So we're not entirely sure for the majority of women that we normally engage with what's going on for them, how they are, because we have no means of contacting them. But we are in touch with a few women who we have phone numbers for, and it's affecting them all in very different ways depending on their individual circumstances. So for some women, they're quite happy, it's not really affecting them particularly badly. For other women, they are dealing with really difficult things, maybe related to COVID, maybe not. But I think the coronavirus is giving them a lot of space to think about things that they would not normally want to think about or have time to think about. And there's real opportunity in that for them to kind of say, actually, I'm not sure that I want to continue my life in the way it has been. There's also a kind of threat that they don't have the right support structures in place to be able to support them as they wrestle with some of those harder things. So we have had some women kind of say things like, actually, I'm now realizing how bad that job is for me and I don't know that I want to go back to it, and just starting to kind of think maybe I want to make some changes to my life. So yeah, for a large number of the women, we don't really know what's going on for them, but for a few that we are engaging with, for some it's hard, for some it's not quite so hard.
And are these massage parlours, are they still open? Are they closed? How's that going?
No, they're closed. They've all closed down. In fact, actually, I think the government told them they all had to close. They were all one of the listed services that needed to shut down. So
Okay.
they're all closed.
But this might be pretty catastrophic for the sex industry in or that part of it.
Potentially, I wouldn't be surprised if some places don't reopen, but sadly, there's other ways that women can work, other ways that women can sell sex, and we know that the online industry is increasing generally regardless of coronavirus, but I suspect there are women who are moving their services, moving their work life more onto online platforms, and there may be women who would have not worked in the sex industry previously, but because of the desperate times that they're facing, might be feeling like that's their only option and beginning to work online when they would never have considered it before. So I don't think the sex industry is going to suffer from this. It's just going to look quite different.
And I guess as a result, your ministry is looking quite different at the moment. How's that going?
Yeah, so we've obviously, as I said, we've stopped our face-to-face outreach. We've stopped visiting the women that we work with. But we've not stopped working at all. Like I said, we've been offering phone support to women that we have contact with, but we've also kind of almost expanded some of the work that we do. So women are still selling sex on the street. Those women are often have the most chaotic lives, most vulnerable. And so for them, not working just isn't an option. It's the only way that they can make money. It's the only way that they can put food on the table. It's the only way they can buy the drugs that they need to survive, really. So those women are still working, but obviously many of the services that normally support those women have shut. And so we're working with the police to provide just some basic kind of practical things that women need, such as food or toiletries and things like that. So that's a client group that we wouldn't normally be working with, but we're finding that we're not working directly with them, but they have been given our contact information if they want to reach out to us. We've also, again, like I mentioned before, the online industry is a big thing. It's growing, and I would suspect it's growing even through this coronavirus pandemic. And so we've for years been wanting to start doing some outreach to women using adult services online, and never really had the opportunity or the right way to frame that service, whereas this actually is providing us with kind of like the perfect timing, perfect opportunity. Our team have more time on their hands to do it, to launch it, and yeah, the services that we offer are more relevant in this kind of season. So we've started to engage with some women online just this week, and just kind of getting in touch with them, letting them know that we're here. So that's been a really exciting thing. We contacted 8 women, I think, on Wednesday, and spoke to 5 of them, and they all said they wanted to receive a text message about our services. So wow. Yeah, that's a really exciting start for us. So.
And so you're finding these ladies online and getting in touch with them and offering support for them?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wow, that's remarkable. And that's something I know you've wanted to do for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably been 3 at least years that I've been thinking, how do we do this? Because I have been really conscious of the online industry growing, and you know, it's huge. There's so many different ways that women sell sex online, and just I've been always conscious of the isolation that they might feel ordinarily, and it's just going to be exacerbated by coronavirus. So yeah, it's been a really exciting opportunity to sort of really start engaging with those women and letting them know that we're here for them.
I'm going to ask in a second what we can pray for, but just in as quickly as you can, I'm sure you could talk for hours about this. Why do you do this?
I could talk for hours. In a nutshell, I think because God has revealed to me the truth that everyone is made in his image, and therefore it has value and dignity and is loved. And God called me specifically to work with this group of women who perhaps haven't ever heard that message before, never had that communicated to them in any way. And really, I felt that God was asking me and obviously the other women that I work with to go and share that message with women in the sex industry who, you know, won't really know what true love looks like, and yeah, won't have been treated with value and with dignity, and that's really what we want to go and share with them.
That's amazing. Thank you. We want to be praying for you as well as we can as a church. So just give us a couple of things that we can pray for.
There's loads of things actually that you can be praising God for. So, you know, as I've already shared about these other opportunities to kind of push on doors that we wouldn't normally have had opportunity to push on. Yeah, we're really grateful for that. Grateful for the partnership working that we have with other agencies. We've had some like unexpected and unrequested exposure by other agencies that have been profiling our work on a bigger stage really than just locally. We've also had funding extended that again we didn't ask for, we weren't expecting, so that's really encouraging. So yeah, loads to praise God for, and just, you know, even opportunities for our team to virtually all be in the same place at the same time, which we don't ever have, and really build our team. So lots of really amazing things have come out of this. But for the women particularly, I think, you know, there is this space that coronavirus has created, and as I said before, it's both an opportunity and a threat to those women in terms of what happens emotionally for them in that time. And we just really want to pray that God would invade that space, and that he would fill it, and that he would call these women to himself in this kind of wilderness experience, really a bit like in Hosea when it talks about God tenderly calling people to himself. We really want that to be true for the women, and we're really praying that some of the things we've shared with women about who God is would come to their minds when they're thinking, when they're lying awake at night, whatever it might be. And also just, you know, we give them gifts at different times of the year, and we often write a Bible message, a Bible verse on the tag, and we're just praying that those just turn up in their houses, that they would have the word of God somehow in their hands and in their minds, that they would turn to him really in this time of kind of, I guess, fear and uncertainty. So yeah, and just wisdom really for how we move forward from this. You know, obviously nobody knows what's going to happen next week, let alone in a few months' time, but there are opportunities for expansion of our ministry, and we just need wisdom about where we go when things start to pick up again, and how we move forward. So yeah, lots of exciting praise things, but yeah, really want the women to know Jesus.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing it. We'll be praying. If folk want to know more, then how can they do that?
Sure, so you can go and have a look on our website, which admittedly is aimed more at the women that we serve, but there is some information about us on there. You can contact us through the website, or you can email info@saffires.org.uk. Saffires is spelled Saffires, not like the gemstone. So yeah, please get in touch with us. We would love to hear from you, and yeah, partner with you.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us, Becky. Really, really appreciate it.